Hello there guys, this is Stored Object, and today I'm bringing you another smokes tutorial video. This time we're doing the counter-terrorist side for Dust 2, and again it's going to be kind of like the same format where I have, the map on your screen right now is of Dust 2, and you can see all the annotations for every smoke that I think is essential for the counter-terrorist side to be successful against like any terrorist push. So click on the map, click on any annotation, it will bring you to that smoke. And I'll leave an annotation at the top again to go back to the map. Enjoy! Alright, for our first smoke, we're going to be smoking long A doors as a CT in order to stop a long A push and allow you to move up to, let's say, the long A corner and pick them off. In order to do this, you just simply need to run up from CT spawn, run up to in between these two cars, run all the way into them until you can't really move. You look up, pull your pin like a little bit left of the sun and above this wire here, and you just let your smoke go. And this smoke is going to travel, bounce, and it's going to smoke off the doors. It's going to get, like right where you need, smoked off. You're all good. Nobody's going to be coming out of that. And if they do, you should be here, and it'll be, a pretty easy kill to get. Alright, in order to smoke off, mid-doors and to allow any CTs to cross without getting picked off by any op, what you need to do pretty much right as you spawn in CT, you can sit here, this is pretty much a spawn area. Look up at these two boxes, look at the ceiling, throw your smoke, it's going to bounce off the ceiling, and it's going to land right in front of the doors and allow for everybody to cross, go to B, and the T's will not know how many crossed, and they'll probably miss any shots because they don't know when you are going to be crossing. But this smoke can be done two ways. You can also bounce it off this box. However, it's going to go, the smoke is going to go kind of farther back, so you have to, maneuver and go around back through it. And it's pretty much the same effect. The T's are not going to know when you crossed, they're not going to know how many crossed, and it's going to allow for, a safe B coverage for the CT side. Alright, in order to smoke off B tunnels without really getting in the sight and being safe from outside the walls pretty much, as a CT, what you can do is you come up in this little corner here between these boxes and the telephone pole, but back all the way into it until you can't move. Alright, and then line up your crosshair with the second line on this door, this line, and bring it up just above the wall and throw it, and this smoke is gonna bounce right into the tunnels and it's gonna smoke it off, which will allow you to come through doors knowing that it's smoked off and allow for an easy B coverage. Alright, in order to do a successful B retake, which you need to do if you're trying to push through doors and you don't want to get shot from, say, sight or back of sight area, what you can do is you can hide behind these boxes, get all the way backed up into this corner, aim your smoke kind of above this, at this line here, above this dome structure. You throw it, it's going to bounce off. It's going to bounce off the double box and smoke off this areas where you're not going to get picked off from back of sight, and you're not going to get picked off from sight unless there's a guy, here or something. So you can just come through doors and pick off anybody car or tunnel and then work your way to sight. Alright, in order to smoke car for, say, a B retake, where you're going to be coming through mid doors and you don't want to get shot from car, in order to do this, you can come here in between this like corner of this board and this like rounded thing, and you're going to align your smoke up with the second line on the door. Bring it up just above the wall and throw it. This smoke is going to bounce off the car and land right here and provide you full protection right as you come out. The only problem is they can, if they're in car, they're not going to see you come out. If they're here, they're done. But if they move over here, then that's the only thing. Like that's a pretty open spot. You know, if they're sitting in that corner, it's pretty easy to get them. All right, in order to smoke mid to allow a lower tunnel rush on, say, like a submachine gun round, all you need to do, you know, you come out of CT spawn, just aiming at this door. And it's gonna bounce, you know, somewhere around mid, block off anybody looking, and then you go right into lower B. You can shoot anybody that's up here. Alright, in order to smoke off suicide, which is, you know, this archway structure here, in order to allow a CT rush up mid, say on like a save round with pistols or something, so you don't get picked off by ops, all you need to do is come out of CT spawn, come out of this little corner, aim at this little dome shape building coming off, aim a little bit off of that, jump, throw your smoke. It's gonna bounce, it's gonna come all the way up the suicide area, it's gonna smoke it off, and it's gonna allow for an effective push up mid in order to come up the long, you know, 5-man rush up long. Here you can pick them off at long doors, get behind them. It's all good. Alright, if at any time you find yourself trying to retake A as a counter-terrorist, this smoke is for cat. It's basically a one-way smoke. And what you do is you get in this corner all the way and you put your crosshair just above this corner a little bit. You want to line it up. And then you throw it. It's going to bounce off the skybox and bounce right onto the cat ledge. And this will allow for a one-way smoke. See, with an op, as I'm showing you here, you can look at the long cross and a little bit on the sight, just a little bit. And any T covering sight looking here, he's not going to see. He's not going to see a thing. So it allows for, you know, a pretty easy kill that you're going to get. A little bit more precise, but slower. As you saw, it's pretty fast. You know, just one up and crouch and throw it. If you get in the corner of this car, you can stand here and line your crosshair up with the second line on the left door. And move it up until it reaches the third pipe on the second line on the